Hi guys, it's me. So today we are going to make a mixed media door hanger. Sorry, I just decided to pop on. So I'm just going to make this just a little bit smaller, still so I can see. Make sure that I have everything silenced. I think that it is. Okay, perfect. So what I have here is a jelly print that I made. And then I also have some Deco Art paints. I am going to be using whitewash, Deco Arts Americana Whitewash, and then Deco Arts Dazzling Metallics in Peacock Pearl. And then I also have Americana Multi-Satin Deco Arts again, School Bus in yellow. And then I'm probably going to use a gold metallic too, which is underneath my desk. And then I'm going to use my Deco Arts Americana Deco Page in gloss, and it's a glue or kind of a gel medium. Now this is a canvas that I'm going to be using. It is a 4x6 canvas, and we're going to make this into a door hanger, so that should be pretty fun. So I hope you guys are doing well. I see someone is saying hi to me. Hello, Jennifer. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Thanks so much for coming. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to glue this down to our canvas panel. And I just love using these thin canvas panels for all sorts of wonderful art projects that you can do. I mean, I love using them for my napkin collages and all sorts of fun stuff. I think they're kind of underutilized, but you can put them in a frame. Even you can just use them as a canvas and they work out really great too. So they're really fun. And this is pre-gessoed. But normally when I work on canvases, I still gesso. So this is a little different. You guys know that normally I like to really build my own background, but for this, I am actually going to use this beautiful jelly print that I fell in love with. So I'm just going around, and this is just a jelly print that I made on copier paper. So it works really well, but I really love the colors, and I think it'll make a really pretty background. And already you see that there's wrinkles in there. That's okay. Totally is. I'm doing, oh, thank you. I'm so glad you're happy to see what we're going to make. We're going to make a door hanger. And if you didn't have a canvas panel, you could absolutely do this with cardboard. I've done that before and it turns out really cool too. So don't limit yourself. You can definitely do it. So now I'm going to seal the whole thing here with my glue or my medium. And we're just going to collage it down. And like I said, it's going to have wrinkles, and that's okay. I really don't care about that. I try to smooth them out as much as I can, and then I kind of just let it be. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. But hopefully I put enough glue underneath there, but I am going to kind of smooth it out just a little bit. But I really like the texture of wrinkles. I think it adds to the final product. But I just love this jelly print. I mean, I just love jelly prints. They're so fun to make, and I really love stencil overing them because I'm never quite satisfied with the results that I get. But this one has a lot of different pools and a lot of interest and all that stuff. And it was actually a ghost print, so I was really happy with this one. I've been hoarding it, so I said, well, you should probably use it now. Okay, guys, so talks amongst yourself. I'm going to dry this off really quick if I have my blow dryer, which I totally don't. I never plugged it in. Hold on one sec. I'm going to grab it. It's right over here. My trusty blow dryer that I have here I got from the thrift store. I like it better than a heat gun. I am so like clumsy and crazy that I tend to burn myself with things, so this works out just a little better. Plus it was a great price. I'm just gonna plug it in. Let's see here. There we go. Stick you back in here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to hit it with blow dryer. Maybe. I think we got it. Oh, I hope it's okay. It's not turning on, is it? Oh, that's weird. Oh, isn't that strange? Oh. Well, it's never done that before. So let's see here. Well, that's weird, guys. My blow dryer isn't working. Well, that is weird. That has never happened before. I'm going to try a different plug and see if that will do the trick. Boy, that is really strange. Normally it just turns right on. There we go. There we are. And it won't take very long to dry. I'm just going to hit it really quick. Okay, that's good right there. I'm so glad it started working. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Okay, so now we're just going to trim off the edges, trim off the excess paper right at the edges, just like that. Very cool. So this is going to be cool to make. I always wanted to make one of these door hangers. So this is going to be cool. I'm super excited. And it's okay if there's a little excess paper sticking out because I will put that down at the very end. I'll go around with my Mod Podge and just, or my Deco Page glue and just go around and make sure all the edges are sealed really well. We can do a little bit of that now. And if you ever get like a part that, an air bubble, you can actually just cut it open and then apply the glue, kind of tear it and then reapply it and it works out great. But we're just going to go ahead and clean up these edges a little bit. So what are you guys working on today? They're having a good day. I've been having one. I got a lot of work done, which there's a lot of stuff behind YouTube that you guys don't get to see. So I got that stuff done, which is not my favorite. I would just like to create videos all the time, but you have to edit them and do all that kind of stuff. So that's what I was doing. It wasn't as bad as I thought, though. It's definitely not my favorite day, though, when I have to edit. But it's one of the things that you have to do. And then the share and that kind of thing. So plus I had to get a few videos done for the design teams that I belong to too. So that was interesting. So I got those taken care of, which is fun. It's always fun to think of ideas, but again, you have to share them and do all that good stuff. So that part can be a little boring. And I hate writing, like that's why I make videos, but a lot of the design teams that you're on, you know, they require you to have a few words or something about the projects that you're using. So that is always a struggle for me. I never quite know what to say. So, alrighty, so that's how it looks once the jelly print's all down. And as you can see, it has wrinkles, but that's just fine. It's great. Alrighty, so now we're going to grab some of our gesso. I'm using my Deco Arts America and Deco Arts Media Gesso is what I'm trying to say. Very good. And I'm going to go ahead and stick my brush in there. Okay. And I am just going to go in and add some white space because I'm going to do some stenciling. It kind of breaks it apart because I still want it to be like a mixed media background, even though it's a beautiful jelly print and it already has so much beautiful interest, but I want some of my stenciling to show up a little bit better on some spots. So that's why I'm doing this, but it's not a step that you have to do. So we're just adding it in just like that. And I love this gesso. It's really simple to use. And it dries super quick, which is really important. So that's how it looks now. Okay, so I just added a few little white spots or white spaces. And now we're going to use some stencils. So I have some stencils that I thought would work well. So I think maybe I'm going to use the circles and maybe the triangles. And then I'll probably use this one. It's called Pixelated. This is one of my favorite Deco Art stencils. And then I have one that has words on it. So we'll see how that works. This one's really cool too. It has lines and I never use it. I've only used it like one time. So I think maybe, and I like to like make myself use things in my stash because they'll just sit around and I'll just keep using the same stuff. So over the last couple of months, I've been trying to use stuff that I normally wouldn't necessarily use. So let's grab a makeup sponge here. This is where I keep my little makeup sponges for all my stenciling. So I save them and I'll cut them down. So they look a little rough, but they get the job done, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead. And how I pick these colors is kind of from my jelly print. There's some blue and some green, and then I thought yellow would always go great with that too, and gold and black and white. So that's how I kind of thought of the colors. But I like to do my colors or pick my colors based on colors that I'm already using or that are part of the project. So that's kind of how I select them. We'll do that one. And actually, I like that. That stencil. And we'll go ahead and go like that. And then we can do one here. Just like that. Okay. And it has a metallic kind of finish, which I love. Just think it adds a whole bunch of interest. And I always squirt out too much paint. You guys can't see it, but it's over here and it's totally annoying me over here. So I am. I'm going to scoop up as much as I can and put it back in the jar. I always do that. Like I never just do a dot of paint, of course. Alrighty, let's do the yellow. This one hasn't been opened yet. This is the yellow school bus. And it has a beautiful satin finish. Because when I saw the color, I said, this is so pretty, but I haven't had a chance to use it. So it's fun. Alrighty, so maybe we'll do the triangles with yellow. I think that'd be pretty. And this bright, beautiful yellow. And I'm stenciling in 3 spots, but you guys probably have already figured that out. So I'm just finding kind of places. And you can stencil off of things too, stencil off the page, turn your project different ways. It just creates a little bit more interest. Just like that. And you can't really see them. Maybe you guys can sort of see them. Okay, but not really, right? Let's go here too. Right up here. So pretty, I like that. And I'm thinking about the circles. I wonder if I should add a few. Maybe I can add a few in black. And I'm going to use black tie, Americana. Alrighty. So we'll add just a few circles. Just a few. I think black kind of balances things out. So well, that is why I'm doing it. And again, I'm going to go off the edge a little bit there. And I'm kind of avoiding the center because I have an idea for that. So let's see. Where's another place I want to put it? I have the triangles there. I think I'll put it here. Very good. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to let that dry just for a second. And while we're doing that, my idea is that I have this piece of canvas. So I'm going to cut a piece of that off. Just a small kind of rectangular shape. Sorta. Oh, cool. You're working on a party. That's pretty awesome. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you love all my ideas. That means the world to me. And thank you for the recommendation to try the other outlet, another outlet. That was it. I was like going to be so upset if it stopped working. No, don't, because that's kind of my favorite one to use. So maybe there. Yeah, I like that. We're going to put that right in the center. So I'm just going to make kind of a rectangular shape. I don't want it to be a perfect like rectangle, and I am going to take some threads out because I want it to look like canvas. I want it to look fairly messy. Kind of let loose. And I always like taking threads out of fabric. I love that raw kind of edge. So it's fine. Just like that. Okay. So while we're waiting for that to dry, what we're going to do is I have another stencil that we're going to use, and we are going to put a word on here. Let's see here. And I think we're going to do art, which I know is not that creative, but I really like that word, and I think it's perfect to hang on the door of my art room. So I could suppose I could put art room, or you could put like an inspirational quote or something like that. I'm going to try to get this kind of in the middle, but I don't really care if it's not in the middle. That's fine. I just want to make sure that I have enough room. That's my problem, is that when I'm stenciling, sometimes I'll get overexcited and then I won't have enough room for the word. So I'm going to try not to make it so it goes so much over the edge, but this is a fairly small word. So I'm just have my sponge. I'm going to take off a lot of the paint, and then I'm going to just go up and down. And hopefully I won't move the stencil too much. But if not, you know what, we can turn it over. So it's not that big of a deal, but that's absolutely perfect. As I say, you guys are totally my good luck charm. Because boy, I tell you, I have a lot of trouble sometimes when I'm doing projects. Okay, there we go. So we'll kind of line that up, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't care if it's a little off. Art. And the sponge holds a lot of paint, so if you just keep applying pressure and really pushing down, but hold your stencil really tight, then there's probably paint in there. And this is another Deco Arts stencil. It is a 6x6, I believe, and I think it's an Andy Skinner stencil too. But it works really great for words and to add letters to your backgrounds and things. So that's awesome. And the T I put lower than the R. I can totally already tell. That's okay. Very cool. So art. Very nice. I like that. Okay, so that will go in the center. And then I'm debating if I need to take it down a little bit. But I kind of like it like that, actually. I do. I think we're going to leave it like that. So let's do some stamping right on our background. But as you can see already, like this is coming together. Oh, and it didn't take very long at all. This is a really cool stamp that I hardly ever use. So I think we're going to use that one. I really like text. I mean, I only have like 1 or 2 text stamps, and they're like my favorite. But I got them when they were on sale. So yeah, they can be expensive. So I have to, you know, we're all on a budget. So I have to think about my budget. And this one actually was on clearance too at Hobby Lobby. They do have nice clearance sales. So I think it was just a couple dollars. And I'm using archival ink here, my trusty little ink pad. And I'm going to just do this all different ways. So we'll do it that way, this way, and it has text on it. It has a bunch of really interesting patterns. So, and I do want it pretty grungy and messy. So that's why I picked this kind of all over stamp. But if you didn't want it, if you wanted it a little clean, you could have done like something like this with little dots on it, and that kind of thing. But I kind of wanted a grungy look, so that's why I did it that way. Okay, that looks cool. And it is, so it has text and all sorts of cool kind of shapes. How often do I go live? I'm going to try to go live every week. I either usually do Thursdays or Fridays, so next Friday I'll probably do one. And usually this time or I'll do noon. It just kind of depends, but yes. But I do love to go live. I haven't been able to though because I was busy with other things, but I'm happy to go live anytime I can. It's so great to spend time with you guys. And I try to make it at different times because I know everyone lives kind of in different time zones. So, and I really do like that. I think I'm debating if I want to put like text paper behind it. And normally I have some text paper close. I bet I do somewhere. Or what I could use is this paper. This is the Deco Arts collage paper. There are these collage papers that they have, and this one is one of my favorite. It comes with a lot of different text, so I think maybe I'm going to tear off a piece of that. It's been much loved, as you can see. And we're going to kind of layer it up. Hopefully. So I just need it just a little bit bigger. Okay. So, but I want a torn edge. I don't want it so neat. So I'm just going to put that kind of in the center and do my best to kind of tear it apart. There we go. Those are kind of the two most convenient days for me, are Thursdays and Fridays. But this Friday, I'm meeting with Pam and Maria and my friend Diana and a couple other, and Ina, and we're going to have a little party because Ina's birthday is coming up. So that's going to be fun at Pam's house, which is magnificent. She has like the best studio ever in life. So it's so much fun. Okay, so we'll do that and that. Perfect. Okay, so let's put that down first. And then we're going to go ahead and put the canvas down too. Just like that. And we're almost done with the canvas panel part, and then we're going to move on to our to the hanger part. And we're going to have it have a little bit of dangles too of fibers. We're going to make this really interesting. And if you wanted to, you could go across, you could go on the edges of the paper and add some ink too. But this is tissue paper, so I'm not going to really bother with that. But I just like the contrast of the text with the canvas too, and in the mixed media background with all the stamps and the stenciling and all that good stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and seal that right down. Might need to add a little bit of glue under. So it's fun. Pam was telling me that we're going to do an art game. So I don't know what kind of art game. It's going to be fun to see. She thinks of great projects, so it's going to be a great time. Just like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually, I think I'm going to do splatters on here, but I kind of want to, I think I'll do them now actually. But what color should I do? Should I do some black splatters? Or what color, I wonder, should I do? And you know what I do want to do is I think I'm going to add a little bit of doodling. Those triangles are getting lost a little bit. So I'm going to go in just with a pen that has permanent ink in it. And I'm just going to trace out a couple of those. And it's always fun to kind of make marks on your work. So I'm just picking like 3. It's not going to be anything crazy. I'll go up here too to a few of those yellow triangles, and we'll go ahead and add those in too, just like that. Perfect. Alrighty, and I am going to push down that canvas just to make sure that it's a good seal. But that's just going to protect it. I mean, it's not really necessary, and I think that we need some triangles in another place too, but I covered those up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of make a few triangles here, and they'll just kind of be triangles of the background. They won't have the yellow, but they will just make it look more balanced to my eyes, just like that. Okay, and then I think maybe we need, trying to think, what else do we need here? I think I have my pasta pen. Yeah, and let's do some dots too. We'll do some quick white dots. Or we could even do some, what do I want to do? I think maybe I'll do dots. It's kind of my safety. Let's see, you can hardly see that. I think it needs a good shake. Shake, shake, shake. Let's see if we can get it started here. Let's make them a little bit bigger. And you can hardly see them, but I know they're there, and I can outline them in black. So, but I just like to add a little doodling. And then for these, we can just make some quick circles around them too. Okay, let's do one here, one there. Okay, cool. So I like that a lot. And maybe let's add a few little dots here. I mean, you won't be able to see them, but I know they're there, right? That's the important part. So there, there, and there. Very cool. Alrighty. That should be better. Just gonna outline a little bit of those white marks. Sometimes with a Posca pen I have to do it a couple times, but that's okay. I don't mind. Alrighty, I'm just looking, kind of seeing if I really like the white dots. Which I do, actually. Alrighty, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to do some black splatters. I was going to do them in gold, but gold might be pretty. Well, let's try the gold and we'll see if we like it. So I'm going to use my Deco Arts gold. Ready? And we'll see how that goes. So I'm just adding a little bit of water to a little bit of gold paint, and we're going to just do some splatters. And I don't mind if a little bit gets on the word art. I think that will just kind of bring it all together. So that's fine by me. Add a little bit more of that beautiful gold acrylic paint. We might add some black too, but I'm not sure. We shall see how that goes. Perfect. And that's coming up a little bit, so I'll have to fix that, but that's okay. Very pretty. And actually, I do really like that gold. Maybe what we'll do is we'll make like a gold edge with that watered down gold. And it helps to experiment a lot. I like to kind of see how things go because you never quite know what you're going to like, what's going to speak to you. So I didn't know that I was going to put the gold around the word art, but I do really like it. So we're going to put that on there. You could have also done that in black too. And I think we're going to go ahead and add some black splatters too. So let's do that part. Just scoop up some of my gold paint here. All right, and we'll add some black splatters too. And this time I just did a little dot. So again, I'm wetting my brush. You want it to have some water in it. Okay, we're gonna just add a bit of black splatters. I love splatters. And I'm doing very gently on the arch, because if I add too many, it'll totally be ruined. So we'll do that. That's perfect. Very good. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to dry this off really quick, and then we'll move on to the next part. Thank you, guys, and hello to everyone. Sorry, I'm working on the art. I can't see what you guys are saying, but hello. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for joining me. I see some new names that I don't get to see live all the time, which is wonderful. So thank you so much for being here. So that's what we have so far, which I absolutely love. I really love the way that it's turning out. But now I want to add a little bit of more yellow to those triangles. They're just not popping out enough for me. So I'm going to grab a fine line brush here, and we're going to go in. And I mean, it's not a very bright yellow naturally, but I definitely don't want it to get faded into the back. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a few, and I might have to go over my marks again, but that's okay. Just in the ones that just like that. Perfect. And then we can add some yellow in here too. We'll try to be neat, but probably won't work. Here we go. But I just really want that pop of yellow. I think that's really pretty. Makes it more interesting. Okay, perfect. I love the way that that looks. And I'm going to go ahead and put this brush in there. Okay, very good. So let's kind of set that aside. Now what we're going to do is I want this to have like some dangles or some fibers dangling from it. So I just have a whole bunch. I kind of went through my yarn and fiber stash, and that's what we're going to use to make some dangles. So I'm going to kind of cut those down. I'm trying to see here how long I want them. Actually, that's pretty good. The white is measured pretty well. So I'm going to cut all of these down to the same kind of height as the white fiber that I have. I know what it's called. I just cannot totally think of the name. Very good. So so I got some kind of in the color scheme that I thought that I was going to do this project in. So, but there are a bunch of different fibers. I mean, a lot of these I got from the thrift store. So just on clearance, a lot of knitters and people buy really pretty decorative yarn, and then they never use it. So it ends up in the thrift store. So I just have a bunch of different texture, and I just kind of went through my stash and got whatever spoke to me. So that's what we're going to use. Absolutely. And then the white one, I think I'm actually going to use that as the hanger part. Okay. So we'll see how much of this we use. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I'm going to hit that really quick, like lightning. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my crocodile, and we are going to make a few holes. Okay. right in our canvas. Now you do need kind of a heavy duty hole punch for this part if you're going to go through the canvas panel, but what you can do is you can get a nail and a hammer and you can just kind of pound at it and make a hole too. But there's lots of ways that you can make holes. So yeah, you can still do this project. And if you do this on cardboard, you won't have to worry. I would just maybe gesso over the cardboard and maybe do some collage on top of it too. So I'm just picking the one setting. And I'm debating, I do have some eyelets here, but I don't know if I want eyelets. Maybe I'll just do them for the hanger, okay? But I do want a big hole, so I'm going to do the 3/16, and it makes a nice big hole. And that's where the hole comes out, in case you've never used one. Alrighty. And I'm just randomly going to put 3 spots. And what I do is I kind of see where my hole's going to be before I commit. Okay, so I think that looks about good. I'm just going to go about a 1/2 inch up the canvas, okay, because I do want these to hang. Very good. So that's our first hole. You see that? Oops, we're trying to get you in cue there. It's right there. Okay, there's the first one. Ready? And I'm just going to do 3. And I really don't care if they're even lined up. I mean, it would be fine if they were, but it's really okay if they're not. I'm going to kind of get it somewhat in the center. Okay, looks pretty good. Oh, did I get that stuck in here? Okay, cool. And then let's make the one last hole here. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Just like that. So we have 3 holes there. Okay, and then I'm going to make 2 holes at the top. Okay, so again, we're going to use that same setting. I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch from the top this time. And I'm just going to do both sides. I'm sorry if the camera's moving a little bit. You have to apply a lot of pressure. They're kind of more difficult to use, actually. Okay, very good. And if you wanted to, you can measure and line it all up and do that stuff. Oh, wonderful. I did. Oh, thank you, Lisa. It will be lovely. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how it turns out. But thank you. And I got my crocodile, that's what they're called, from, where did I get it from? I got it from Michael's, I think, or maybe it was Hobby Lobby when they had a really good sale. I try to shop only when things are on sale, which can be hard, but it actually works out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and make just 3 stacks of fibers, just like that. And as you can see, I kind of picked the colors that I thought would go together well. And I did add a little bit of twine too. Sometimes I like that natural kind of look. And that stuff's really cheap, so it's always nice to use. Use that one maybe, and do this one. And let's do some fiber. And this one. Just like that. Okay, and then I think that I have some wire too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a piece of wire because that will be easier to go through the holes and to help me feed through the ribbon. So I'm just going to cut off a little piece. This is a big piece of wire, but I wanted to illustrate to you how it works. So just at halfway, kind of. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to kind of take the wire, fold it in half. This is a really soft wire that I got. You can get this at Walmart. It's 99 cents and it comes in a bunch of different colors. It's aluminum wire, but it works for a lot of different things. So we're going to take it and we'll just thread it through. Okay. And I'm going to make a loop with the fibers. Okay, so I'll take out my wire just like that. And if you wanted to, you could do beads and all sorts of stuff. I'm just keeping it fairly simple. And you're going to thread these through. Okay, just like that. and then you'll pull. You just have everything through the loop, okay? Just like that. And we're gonna pull it all through. But you saw this one came out, but that's okay. I always do that. One always comes out when I am pulling fibers, but we'll add it somewhere else. But isn't that pretty so far? I love it. Very cool. Wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad that's where you got yours from. It's so great when Michael's has those really great coupons. Joanna's really good too, and I like to use multiple coupons at Joanna's. But I've been trying to use what I have in my stash, so sometimes that's easier said than done. It's hard not to go and buy the latest things. But again, we're just going to feed the wire through the hole, and the threads go in so much easier that way. I would be here forever if I tried to thread it through individually. That wouldn't work so well. So then we just take these and we're going to stick them through our little loop there, and then we'll pull. And hopefully this time I will get all of the fibers because you need to get them all on the same side. There we go, just like that. I think I got it this time. Let's see. If not, it's no big deal. We're just going to pull just like that. Oh, I love this. This is so pretty. And then we're going to do this one with the twine in it. And I'm wondering if I want to do another sari yarn. I think maybe just for color wise, I'm going to actually not use this one, and I'm going to use the turquoise one. And I love sari. I get it on eBay. It's not that bad. It's like $10 and it lasts me forever. I use it for all sorts of projects that I sell too. So I make these beautiful little clay hearts that I sell, and I use a lot of sari on those, and then bracelets and all sorts of stuff. It's so fun. And we're going to thread it through again. We'll take out our wire here. And again, I'm just going to reach my fingers through and go right through. Just like that. And this would be a lovely gift for your friend. So, or even to do with your kids. Isn't that cool? So I absolutely love it. And it can hang as long as you want. And it has all of that fiberness. Oh, wonderful. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next time, hopefully. And I completely understand. I just wanted to come and share. So we're going to go ahead and thread this through. So again, we'll do the edge here. And this is the top two holes. And it's so lovely to see new faces, because I know normally I do this earlier so everyone can come, but I'm going to start doing it at different times. So we're going to get our wire and we'll thread it through this side too, just like that. Perfect. And then we're going to tie knots on the back. So we'll just turn it over and tie some knots. So just plain simple knots, just so it doesn't come through the hole when you hang it on your door. Just make a couple knots, just plain little knots. And it is a good idea to make sure that the knots, and I like to pull a little bit on this sari yarn, because what will happen is it will come through. But you could use any type of fiber you want. I just love the look of it. But you can use seam binding. I know people used to dye that a lot, and that would be great for this too. So that would be awesome. And you could dye it the way you wanted, and that would be great. I've never had any, and then I've been too cheap to buy it. Like on eBay, I think you can get a big old round of it for like, I don't know, $10 or something. But I always chicken out. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But isn't that pretty, guys? So it hangs up just like that, right? And then you have all those gorgeous fibers coming out. So I don't know if you guys can get a whole view of that. Hi, Helen. How are you? Hi. Hello. Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to seal it. So I'll use my Deco Arts Americana Deco Page Glue. So we'll grab that. And I'm just going to grab a brush that does not have paint on it, which would be very helpful. And I'm just going to seal the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, but these are so simple to make. So I hope you guys make them. And like I said, you can use cardboard too as your base, and then make little canvas panels for all your friends or for yourself or for your door. I'm going to hang this one on my door. I really love the color, so that's what I'm going to do. Very cool. And then this part, oh, actually that didn't, it was not sticking down very well, but now it is. So we're just going to go over the whole thing, even the canvas. I'm going to go over it one more time, and that will just protect it. I can wipe it down if I need to. So just make sure everything's dry, and then you can kind of go through and seal everything nicely. Just like that. So that came together pretty quick. That was a nice quick project, which I love. I love these kind of projects. And how fun. Awesome. Very cool. So we'll just go over the edges there. Alrighty. So I'm going to hit that with the heat gun really quick. And then all I'm going to do maybe is paint the edges, I think, of the canvas. But maybe I'll do that off camera. I wonder what color I should use. I'm tempted to use black, but gold is always pretty too. So we'll have to see. I'm going to hit this really quick. Okay, guys, so that is all dry. But isn't that adorable? I just love it so much. And Helen, you can definitely do this. It is simple, and I know that you can do it. Oh, Helen, actually, I just used a piece of aluminum wire that you can get at, I think I got this at Michael's, or no, I got it at Walmart. It comes in the dollar little bags, and it comes in all different colors. So I just use that to kind of thread through things when I need to get them through the holes, and it works really well. So you don't need a needle, just a piece of wire. So that's really cool. And then I just used a bunch of fibers, and we started out with the jelly print, and we just did some stenciling and some stamping and a little bit of doodling. Not very much, because I'm not the best doodler. And thank you so much for your compliment, Helen. I'm glad that you like it. Oh yes, and a bread tie would work even better. Oh, Lisa, that is such a wonderful idea. I love that. So that's a great tip. Thank you guys for all the wonderful tips. I'll have to get one of those, because I always throw those away. The bread ties, or the trash, or we get the trash bags that have the little ties on them, and I never use those. I just make a knot. So that would be a great use to use them for. I'll have to do that. That is genius. Perfect. So yes, so I love it. It's so cute. So this is super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will try this. And if you do, I would love pictures to see how you created yours. But like I said, you don't have to use a canvas. You could definitely do this on cardboard, and it would be wonderful and last forever. So you don't have to worry. All I'm going to do off camera is just paint the sides. And I don't know what color I'm going to paint them in, so I'm just going to let it sit. But what I will do is I will sign the back of it on camera so you guys can see. Alrighty, so I'm just going to put by Shimmy Dixon. That's it. So nice, simple, and easy, like that. Very cool. Wonderful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully it was easy to follow, and I just wanted to do a nice easy project with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it because I love talking to you and seeing all the chats and everything. It's so much fun. And what are you guys working on right now? Do you have any art projects that you're doing right now? And hello, everyone. I'm kind of going through the chat to see if I missed anything. Yeah, so Lisa, I do go live. I'm going to try to do once a week. I was being very consistent, but it's just been crazy. And thank you so much, Monica, for the, I hope that's your name, for the compliment. That is so sweet, and I'm so glad that you enjoy my videos. That means so much. Oh, cool, Jennifer, you're working on party decorations. That's fun. My sister is having a baby shower, so you guys will get to see lots of DIYs for baby showers. I haven't done one in a really long time, so that's great. And Lisa, you're from California. How beautiful. I've always wanted to visit California. It looks like a beautiful place to live. Wow. Thank you, Lisa. This will be lovely to hang on my door. Okay, guys, so I hope you have a wonderful day. I have to go make dinner. I'm making spaghetti tonight, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm doing Italian sausage, so it'll be fun. Very cool. Oh, and you're working on a journal. That is so awesome. Oh, I love making journals. I made one. I'll have to show it to you guys. I put it in a box because it's for a class that I'm doing, so it's great. And I'm so glad that you love it. Very cool. So spaghetti will be good. Okay, guys, so I'll see you next time. It was so great talking to you, and thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and all your love and support. You guys totally rock, and I'm so happy to have you. And I hope that I inspire you because you guys inspire me and you make me happy all the time. I can be having a horrible day and then I'll read one of your comments and it will brighten my day. So thank you so much. You guys are definitely a blessing to me. Okay, guys, so I'm going to let you go because I have to go make dinner. But I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. I'll see you later. Have a great day, everyone. And I'm going to write bye and give you guys a smile, too. Bye and a happy face, which I love. And I hope you make something beautiful and creative today. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye, Lisa. Bye, Helen. Bye, everyone. You guys are awesome. You rock. Alrighty. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Toodles. Toodles to you, too. I love that word. That is such a cute word. Toodles. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great day.